ég náði að tengja mækinn og ég byrjaði að livestreama á YouTube. Ég veit ekki hvernig þú finnur þetta sko. Okay, watch out. La 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 la. La 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 la. Það er að fylgjast með þessu og segja mér hvort að hljóðið sé í lagi. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Já, það er einn að fylgjast með. Gott. Svo, það komur á eitt.
Yo, anybody here with the Aurora Viking? I'm a bit early. Let's see here.
Aurora Viking.
That's me, yes. I have Yin Young. Yin Young. Ben Siki. Yin Young.
Is this too? No, not.
No,
No,
sorry.
okay.
Nope, just a Yin Young. Yin Young. It's just like I'm just like Yin Young, like you're young. No, that's the stuff. Yeah.
Alrighty. Oh. Okay, so are you listening to me now, Emil? Can you hear me well if I speak just like this? Okay. Það er svoleiðis. Já, kveikjum á staðsetningunni. Kveikjum á staðsetningunni. Það eru staðsetja okkur hérna í þessu. Hvar staðsettir þú þig? Nei. 360. Okay. Já, þá var afi Stjáni mættur til leiks. Sælir. Góðu bara að heyrir í mig þegar ég er bara svona í spjall og ekki þegar ég öskra. Nei, varstu að skrifa eitthvað? Nei, ég sé það ekki. Varstu að skrifa eitthvað þar? Nei, það kemur ekkert, það má ég sjá. Jó, hann er eitthvað. What a man. Amazing voice, já. It's the singing tour, já, hann er að segja þetta, ok. Það er gaman að þessu. Nei, hann er bara ekki mættur sko, ég fór og gargaði hérna yfir allt. Við erum að kveikja á hérna miðstöðunum maður. Herru, ég ætla bara að tjekka því hvort þú heyrðir í mér, svo sé ég hérna kommentin hana. Ok, bye. Just checking. And City. Oh, yeah. In here.
Jinyoung Krensike.
Wow.
Can I get in?
Of course. Of course. Jinyoung Krensike.
Yeah.
Where are you from?
I'm originally from Korea, but I'm from America.
Alright. Korean name.
Yeah, Jinyoung, and mixed with Polish last name.
Yeah,
Polish
exactly. Krensike. I was
Yeah,
like,
that's right.
it's a cool name you have.
Cool combination.
Yeah, exactly. Alright. Let's see. Thank you for being early. We only have 2 more pickups to go.
Oh, okay.
So.
I thought all these people are ready to get into this van.
No, I don't think we could fit them all.
I know.
Yeah, we have a lot of people on the next stop, and then just 2 more people. So
Okay, good.
that's nice. Hopefully, if everybody's on time, we'll be able to get out of the city
Yeah, no.
quickly.
Looks like weather's good too.
Yes, yeah, we can see the stars. So we have a clear
hopefully
sky.
You can see the light.
Fingers crossed. Hopefully,
Yeah.
we need this thing here to go like down into negatives. So right now it's positive.
Oh, okay. That
So-
means good.
No, it's bad. So we wanted to go down into the negatives.
Oh, really?
And then usually after that happens, the northern lights start.
Okay.
So we have a little bit of science to help us know if it's gonna happen or not.
So every day is different.
Every day is different, yeah. You never know what's gonna happen.
Interesting.
That's what makes it fun.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'd probably not be doing this anymore.
Right.
It was the same every day.
Well, that's why I came to Iceland to look at it. I hope I can see it.
Yep.
How long you been doing this?
I've been doing this for 13 years.
Wow.
So this is my 13th winter doing the Northern Lights.
Wow.
That's it's a lot of time.
Yeah, it is. So you're an expert.
I should be an expert after 30 meters. Yeah, I guess so. I'd be pretty bad at learning stuff if I wasn't at least okay. But yeah, it's a fun job.
So how far are we going from here?
We're just gonna start by driving a little bit. I think we're gonna go east. So we have these radar maps up there that we can use. We don't have it right now, but I'm gonna check on it later. It seemed pretty good when I checked on it.
So that works.
The radars, yeah, they work pretty well, but they only tell us what's happening right now.
Okay.
But but for like the next few hours, we have to rely on forecasts. So yeah, the radars are pretty good. It's always getting better and better. The technology.
Oh yeah, you guys have used technology.
We use a lot of it.
A lot of people here.
Yep. Now I have to use my big boy voice.
Oh yeah.
Make sure everybody hears me.
Alright. People here with your War of Viking, I'm gonna read up a few names. If your name is called out, please come aboard the bus. But I'm looking for Alberto Rivera, Jessica Chung, Allison Conway, Amy Jackson, Sota Kobayashi, welcome Sota, and Ruperson, yes, and Jolene Rio Uxian. No, that's not much worse. Allison, yes. Four people. Allison, and
I'm Kathy.
did I call your name?
No, I didn't. Oh my god, but I was in the back, so. Are you doing that?
Yes. Did I call your name?
Alex!
No, you're not yet too. Sorry. Let me see if I just had everybody here. Jolene.
There's another one.
They have a Jolene here.
These are
Sota, yeah. Amy.
Yeah.
Allison, yes. Jessica. John. Alberto. Alright. So we're missing Jolene Leo Huixian. Hope he's slaughtering the pronunciation. So is there a Jolene here? No. Jolene Leo Huixian. 3 people.
Okay.
And we just have one more person at one more stop.
That's my friend Baldwin. He's working for the competition though, so
Oh,
we don't like him
your
tonight.
competition.
Yeah. I give him the finger. No. That's Bjarni. You know, everybody knows everybody here in this
I
business.
bet.
Yeah.
How many companies around here?
There's a few. There's a lot of them. Yeah. I think there are probably like 10 companies that do the Northern Lights. Kind of like they're visible, you know. There are always like smaller companies that don't operate every night and so forth.
Okay. What is your name again?
Kolbeinn. But you can call me Kobe.
Kobe. Okay.
Yeah, Kobe Bryant.
Right.
That's looking like it's gonna be a quick pickup if the person is there, the last one. That's a lot of cars. Let's see if it gets going. Find their single occupants. Hello. Are you with me?
Kento Hagiwara.
Just a second.
Kento Hagiwara.
Yep, welcome aboard. Nice, good job coming out here.
Was it easy to pick up for
Yep.
everybody?
Pretty easy pickup. Everybody on time.
Yeah.
Makes everything much easier. Alrighty. Okay. Alrighty, you guys hear me okay? Yeah. So, my name is Kolbeinn Helgi Kristjánsson, but you can just call me Kobe, like Kobe Bryant. I'll be your driver and your guide tonight. We'll be going out looking for the Northern Lights. I do have a professional camera with me, two of them actually. One of them I use for videography, so if we get lucky and we get some strong lights, we might get a video of that. And another one I use for photography, so taking cool pictures of the lights and you guys with the lights. And I happen to be a professional photographer, so the pictures usually end up okay, pretty good. I also have with me some gingerbread and hot chocolate, which my wife made for you guys. So you better say it's gonna be good, otherwise you'll be hurting our feelings. But it's pretty good, so you don't have to lie. But it's nice when we're out there in the middle of nowhere, and it's cold, and it's gonna be cold tonight. Below freezing. Finally, starts to get a bit colder. So I really like that, because I love it when it's cold, because usually when it's cold we also have clear skies. So that's kind of a connection I have with it being cold. So we do like that. So I hope you guys brought some warm clothes with you. But we have a little peek here into the future, so we can see the future a little bit. If you're looking at this thing here, this is data from the satellite Discovery and ACE, and this is the B zeta value of the interplanetary magnetic field. But we're just gonna think of it as the magic door, because it's much more simpler like that. And basically the magic door, when it's up here in the green, like it is now, the magic door is closed. And this door is between the sun and the earth. And when it drops down, and it can't drop down all of a sudden, go and flip into the negatives, the magic door opens up, and charged particles come in through the magic door and arrive at our planet, and they charge off the gases in the atmosphere, making them ionize or creating the northern lights. So what we are waiting for here is for this line here to drop down to the reds, and then I get very excited. So this is like a mental chart for me. My mental health follows this chart pretty well. When it's up here in the greens, I'm kind of depressed, and I want to cry myself to sleep. But when it goes down here into the reds, I'm so happy I could sing. So yeah, we want it in the reds. That's when we know that the northern lights are likely to happen. But even though I say this, I have seen the northern lights while it's up here in the greens. So it's not like it can't happen, but it's just not as likely. So we want that to happen. So the gray line here is Earth, and here in the future, or to the right of the gray line, to the end of the chart, that's into deep space, around 1 million miles or 1.5 million kilometers in a geostationary orbit between the sun and the earth. And it gives us about an hour in advance knowledge if the lights are going to happen or not. So yeah, we wanted to drop down to the reds, but since it's not in the reds right now, we are not in as big of a hurry to race out, because there probably isn't any activity starting right now. So I'm gonna make a stop at the bathrooms so that everybody can empty themselves, because there are not a lot of trees in Iceland, and we'll be out in the middle of nowhere. You have to make room for the hot chocolate later, you know. out. Alright, so here are the bathrooms at this gas station here. And I would recommend that everybody makes a trip to the bathroom if they can. You will not regret it later. Especially since it hasn't dropped down into the negatives yet. You go inside there, down below the green sign, walk inside 10 meters, 10 yards, and then take a left. And that's where the bathrooms are located. I think I'm going to go grab a caffeinated beverage.
Well, what's the car? If anybody tries to steal it, oh, you can fight them off first. Yeah, if anybody tries to steal the dog, well, you grab the sword. Yeah, this is the safest country in the world, so no stress.
east-west to the bathroom.
Yeah. Take that, Baldwin. Blessaður. Já, ég stoppa bara klósettur í Nord og segja sko. Hvað segirðu? Já, það er ekki eitthvað svoleiðis bara. Vatnið er mjög fínt. Bara dóla okkur hann upp á... Já, það er náttúrulega bara vatnið mjög fínt sko. Þú veist. Það er bara heiðskýrt allstaðar og kósí og bara vatnið bara... Fara bara Moses heiðina, ekki fara Nesið alla leið. Af því að... Já, það er... Þú hefur kannski farað hana, það er ekki spes núna þetta ári. Já, mér finnst þetta skemmtilega að fara Nesið alla leiðina þegar þetta er í lagi, sko. En, hérna... Já, ertu búinn að fara mikið hana, einmitt, Nesið alla leiðina þetta ári? Já, þá förum við norður og austur og suður. Já. Fara að vatninu, hefur ekkert farið að vatninu það? Hefur ekkert farið að vatninu í vetur? Það er ok. Já. Einmitt. Já, það er flott. Já. Nei, einmitt, við erum ekkert að stressa okkur sko, það er ekkert að gerast og þú veist. Já, bara opið allstaðar, yes. Bara ljómandi gott. Yes, ok, bye.
Up for a super jeep?
Yeah.
Is that an actual jeep?
Sometimes, like the Icelandic word for super jeep is basically just a big truck with big tires. And
Okay.
they're gonna be huge. And you're
Okay.
gonna be like, yeah, this is the super jeep when you see it. Yeah.
Okay, alright. Thank
Alright, you're welcome.
Is that a cloud map up there now?
Yeah.
I'm not surprised how cloudy it is around us.
No, we are having nice and clear skies tonight.
layers.
Oh, okay. It looks like there's a green spot.
Yeah, right here.
Yeah.
So there's a little bit of clouds moving in Reykjavik here.
Yeah.
And we're gonna go here east towards Lake Thingvellir.
Yeah. No, I'm
The
just
national park.
surprised that there's so much around it.
Oh, yeah.
Is that normal?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
That's clear kind of in that central area.
it's normal to find a few patches.
Yeah.
And sometimes, you know, it's cloudy everywhere.
Like last night, you guys went to the camp.
Yeah. There wasn't a chance last night.
Yeah.
So that was. I think everybody's back. Raise your hand if you're not here. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. There's nobody behind you. Is there? No. And I think I'm supposed to have 16. Yeah, it wouldn't be too good if you left somebody behind. It wouldn't be happy campers. So. Yeah, 16 of us tonight. But yeah, I usually introduce myself like this, so you can see my face. But we are kind of in the middle of the road earlier. But I wanted to also show you the cloud core forecast. So you can see Reykjavik here. It's starting to have a little bit of clouds here in Reykjavik now. But here in the center of the clear skies is Lake Þingvallavatn. That's a national park. Really dark skies there, and my favorite spot actually also here on the southern end of the lake. It's the largest natural lake in Iceland. Because if the aurora shows up, it's gonna reflect in the lake. Very pretty. Great for pictures. But yeah, and also if you give me any problems, I will stab you. Now we do have some Viking weapons. This is plastic. Our insurance company, they told us we couldn't use steel swords anymore, so we had to drop that. But these ones come out much better on the pictures, and nobody's gonna accidentally kill anybody with this one. So that's great. And then I have more props in the back as well. So yeah, you can take some funny pictures. Don't be shy. Give it a shot. You're gonna regret it if you don't. And we use them to blackmail you. That's how we operate the business. No. These are funny. Sometimes they come out really cool, and you can have a LinkedIn picture, and your coworkers will be scared of you. That's what you do to establish dominance in the workplace. You show a picture of you with a sword. But yeah, that's it. But that's the plan here. We're gonna head east towards Lake Þingvallavatn and cross our fingers and hope that this line here goes down to the negatives. So you can see here, this is 0, that's the center line here, and it's been up here in the greens, and the line turns red once it goes negative. So we're gonna cross our fingers and manifest that, you know, it drops down negative, because then we usually have fairly decent lights. But not necessarily. I've seen lights on a green line, but it helps, right? So yeah, this is our mental health for tonight. Hopefully it turns better. Yeah. Alright, so yes, now while I still have your attention, I want to tell you guys the most important part about tonight, about this experience. The single most important part for you to have a good experience. How you can improve your experience tonight. And it's super easy, super simple, but if you don't do it, you're gonna have a worse experience than you could have. And that's why it's important that you listen right now, carefully. But the Northern Lights, they're a low light phenomenon. That means that, you know, they're glowing with the stars, and in order to see them, you usually have to get a little bit of night vision going for you. And how that works is that you stay out in the dark for 10 or 15 minutes until your eyes are completely adjusted to the dark. Then, just by using the starlight coming from the sky, you should start to see your surroundings well enough to navigate. You should see much more stars in the sky, and if there's aurora, you're gonna see the aurora, and you're gonna see more color in the aurora. Because to the naked eye, the aurora is never as vibrant and colorful as with the camera. The camera will always make the Northern Lights look very neon green, or very colorful. and if the northern lights show up later, you're gonna see that with the naked eye it's gonna be like a grayish green something, but on the camera it's gonna be like a neon green. Look really, really nice. But in order to what the because if you don't, you know, you're gonna ruin your whole experience. You know, the northern lights well enough. Taking pictures on their phone and then kind of seeing it through the camera of their phone. And that's kind of a car experience. To experience it with your eyes, I promise, and I'll be taking pictures too. But so yeah, make sure that you have the screen light of your phone down to the lowest possible setting, so that you're not ruining your night vision. And also how to set your phone for northern lights pictures. If you have an iPhone, but the slogan is always prepared, and that's what we're gonna do tonight. But the way to do it on an iPhone, what you do is simply open the camera app, and then you press the top left corner, and turn on usually automatically goes into long exposure mode. So it gives you 3 seconds long exposure, and that means it takes a picture for 3 seconds, and you have to hold your phone really still for 3 seconds to get the best picture, and then you get the highest quality pictures. And sometimes there's a picture of half a moon, but play around with it in your camera app, in your phone. Make sure you find the correct setting for nighttime photography, because then you're gonna get the best pictures. Of course, I have a $5,000 setup, which is gonna be better than your camera phone, just in, you know, the raw quality of pictures. But you have to wait for them. These pictures you get instantly. So, and it's fun to do photography, especially at night, and that's how I got into it. So I do recommend that everybody gives it a shot. You know, play around with it. Makes it a lot more fun like that. But yeah, and then we have warm clothes. That's part of the preparations. Always prepared, like the Scouts. If you're not warmly dressed tonight, I just feel sorry for you. There's not much you can do at this point. But you're also fortunate that I do have blankets in the car, and they're in the overhead compartments. So if you're getting cold, just grab a blanket. I also have the heaters going in the car as well, and I'll keep the heaters running when we're parked too, so the bus should stay relatively warm. Now there is a door here. We can open and close the door. There's this green button here. I'm gonna turn on the light so you can see it. This green button here opens the door from the inside if you want to close the door. If you're returning inside, you want to warm up, then just close the door by pressing this green button. And if you're outside of the bus, there's a red button on the door. You just press the button and the door opens up. But we generally want to keep the bus closed so that it stays warm inside. So you always have warm shelter to return to if you're freezing. Which I think you probably will be tonight, because it's supposed to get pretty damn cold. Still not down into the negatives. Let's see. Oh, damn! I touched 0 here. Alright, that's good. Nice to see some movement. This is what I like to see. It's not flatlining up there. There's some movement going on. That's exciting. Yeah, We are driving through the last suburbs of the capital region. And you would think this would be called Reykjavik still, but it isn't. It's actually a separate town with separate politics. So I usually just call the whole thing the capital region. We have Reykjavik, which is the largest, and then we have a few more suburbs, which do have their own mayors and their own politics. So a lot of fun things here. But yeah, once we're out of this region here, we'll be starting to enter Northern Lights territory, and we'll start by driving north and then east. So and where I expect the lights to start forming tonight, if they do, well, they usually start forming towards the northern horizon in the beginning. So that means that the people that are sitting on the left side of the bus, they have to keep an eye out their window, and first of all we want to see if we don't have stars. If we have stars, we have a clear sky. As long as we have stars, we have a good opportunity to see the Northern Lights if they do form. And then we have to keep our eyes out for the Northern Lights, and they usually form like this green arc, and it can be a bit tricky to see with the naked eye if you haven't seen it before. It's gonna look like a grayish-green glowing cloud. It's kind of the best way to describe it, and it's gonna look like a bridge, like an arc over the horizon. And we have no wind in Kjalarnes. That's something that happens maybe once a year. But yeah, beautiful, beautiful clear sky right now here. So that's not gonna be a problem tonight, thankfully. We'll see what happens with space weather, if it provides the Northern Lights or makes the Northern Lights happen. Yeah, I'm not sure if I explained the science behind it thoroughly enough, but the Northern Lights are powered by the solar winds. So the solar winds, they originate at the sun. They flow throughout our solar system. And some of these solar winds, they come towards our planet, and those that come towards the planet, they're gonna hit our planetary magnetic field. And our planetary magnetic field looks a little bit like a donut, and if you put a golf ball in the middle of the donut, that's Earth. So the solar winds, they slam into this magnetic field and go above and below, into the top and the bottom of the magnetic field. And when the solar winds enter the atmosphere, that's where they're gonna charge it up like a battery. In your mind's eye, you can imagine that the atmosphere, the gases, oxygen and nitrogen, they're starting to get charged up until they reach a point where they have to release this energy, maintain an energy equilibrium due to the second law of thermodynamics. But basically what happens is that the solar winds, they charge up the gases, oxygen and nitrogen, and then the gases start to glow. But there are many different colors of the Northern Lights. The most common color is green. Green comes from oxygen, and that is ionizing at around 300 to 500 kilometers altitude. Higher up, it starts to glow in a red color, oxygen, and oxygen will glow then lower it up. Below 300, it can glow yellow and then red again, even farther down. But it doesn't come closer than 200 kilometers. So that's like 130 miles above sea level. That's usually where the magnetic field stops the solar winds. But nitrogen glows in a purple color at the top, pink in the middle, and blue at the lowest altitude. So there are a variety of colors, but usually if we are going to have anything other than green, we need to have
solar storm. And a solar storm is something that happens when there's an event at the sun, usually an explosion called a solar flare, and there are many different other events that can happen, like filaments or coronal holes. Anything that produces stronger solar winds and stronger geomagnetic activity. But that can create stronger northern lights because we have more solar winds, more energy entering the atmosphere, which can ionize the gases, and more, more variable altitudes, and get more powerful show. And that can sometimes happen without any warning. I've often had it happen. I'm driving, just like tonight, we're driving, and all of a sudden we see, all kinds of strange things happening with the satellites, showing us some numbers that aren't normal, and then we just know, okay, there was something that happened to the sun and it's impacting the Earth now. But it can take anywhere from 2 to 5 days for something to happen at the sun to have an effect on Earth. But yeah, now we're in this zone. If we were on a lion safari, we would have just entered the park of the lions, so to say, and we'd be looking towards the north or left. It seems like the competition, the east-west bus here in front of me is doing the same thing. He is driving pretty slow, at least. But yeah, I'm not seeing anything right now. Maybe something on the camera, but nothing to call home about. Did I bore you to death with the scientific explanation? There's a reason for why I'm not invited to parties anymore. I find it super interesting, but other people, they're like, dude, did you watch the last football game? And I'm like, what's football? Have you seen the space weather? But yeah, it's not for everybody. But we want to know if the Northern Lights are going to happen or not. So learning a little bit about space weather can be interesting if you're going to get a little dopamine from it. You're going to get a little reward if you know the space weather well enough. But we also have some mythology about the Northern Lights. Like when I was 10 years old, I asked my grandmother what the Northern Lights were. We were staying at a cabin in the middle of nowhere in the rural parts of Iceland, playing a board game at the kitchen table. And I looked out the window and I saw something in the sky, and I decided to check it out. Wandered outside, looked at the Northern Lights for a little bit, and then I went back inside and asked my grandma, what are the Northern Lights? And she told me, Kobe, the Northern Lights, they are lights that glow in the sky when the elves are making babies. In much cruder words than what I'm saying right now. Which was probably hilarious to her at the time. And it is kind of true today. But it is true. It's an old Icelandic folk tale. Or it's part of the Icelandic mythology. So I have like this backup trick, this little secret trick I like to use if we are out there and no Northern Lights are happening. We're just staring out at the black sky. I like to play some romantic music for the elves, because that will help them get into a romantic mood, and then the Northern Lights will happen. So that's my ace in the hole. But hopefully it's not going to come to that tonight. Fingers crossed.
So Toby, are you excited for the eclipse that's going to happen?
Yeah, am I excited for the eclipse? Kind of. It's in the season where, Northern Lights theoretically could start to glow. And we've been wondering if we should have like a one-off tour for the eclipse in the Northern Lights. But I'm not sure. But yeah, I'm excited. We're gonna check it out either way, if we're gonna do it on a tour or not. But it's gonna be best in the Snæfellsnes Peninsula. It's like a 2.5 hour drive from Reykjavik. That's where you get the total eclipse. And I think, you know, all of the hotels and accommodations around that area were sold out like a year ago. So there's a lot of people that are excited for the eclipse. This guy's in a hurry.
I'm sure they like quadrupled the hotel prices too.
Oh yeah, they probably bumped the hotel prices up too. But they're sold out, so
Yeah.
there's probably a lot of hotel owners which hadn't thought of the date and just priced it as normal, and all of a sudden they were sold out and they were like, what happened here? So I think the early bookers probably were able to book it without, you know, getting that bankrupt. Some other folklore or mythology about the Northern Lights, other than just the elves. But when my ancestors came here 1100 years ago, the Norsemen, I'm the 34th generation from the settlers to here, and we can trace our lineage back to Norway. If you're an Icelander, really good documentation about our lineage. But when my ancestors arrived here, they were of the religion Ásatrú, the Old Norse religion. And according to the religion, they have two actually explanation in their theology for what the Northern Lights were. But one theory that they had was that the Northern Lights were Bifrost. That's the bridge to Valhalla. So whenever they'd see this arc in the sky, they would be different realms of the universe. And that's just what they thought it was, Bifrost. They also did have another theory that has to do with the afterlife of the Vikings. So usually in the afterlife of the Vikings, so when they passed away, their souls would go to this place or this realm called Hel, and it's not hell with demons and pitchforks. It's Hel, named after Hel, the daughter of Loki, the god of tricksters. So Hel was a goddess, and she ruled over this realm of the afterlife called Hel. And Hell was just like a really boring place, and dark, cold and wet, and just like not very exciting to be at, according to the theology. But there was another option. So if you didn't want to go to that realm as your afterlife, and you wanted to maybe do something more exciting. You may be a Viking raider or a Viking, and you thrived on raiding villages or something like that, or conquering new lands or whatever. You might want to go to Valhalla and become an Einherja. That was the option for the Vikings. So if they were great warriors, if they lived an honorable life, and they had to die an honorable death as well, and they had achieved something great enough to be noticed by Odin in their lifetime, Odin would recruit them for his army, the divine army of Einherjar, which he used to fight all of the evils of the universe, to protect the realm of the universe, the different realms. So when you passed away, and let's say you met all of those criteria, Odin had selected you for his army, he would send the Valkyries down from Valhalla to retrieve your soul. And as the Valkyries are coming down from Valhalla, grabbing a hold of the souls, bringing them up to the divine realm of Valhalla, the souls would start to glow in these iridescent colors, and then the glow would be reflected off the pristine armor of the Valkyries, creating these northern lights. And that's a pretty cool explanation, I think. You know, it's a very deep-rooted theory as to what it was, and a lot of kind of story behind it. But there are different explanations around the world. Like in Finland, they say that there's a magical fox running across the dunes, snow dunes there, and as its tail whips the snow up, as it's wiggling its tail, very cute, the snow will fly up in the air, and because the fox is a magical being, the snow will start to glow, and that's the Northern Lights. Quite a bit of snow here now. I was looking at the forecast, and it seemed like in the forecast that there's going to be a lot of snow on Tuesday. If you're going to be in the country on Tuesday, it's going to be fun. I love the snow. I just bought the biggest tires I could get with the big studs underneath this bus, so I'm ready for anything. Kind of strange to be excited about snow, but it's my 5-year-old self, I guess.
How much snow is forecast?
What I was seeing or hearing in the news, they were talking about possibly we might get the kind of snow where you have to dig your car out. Are we watching the left still? Are we watching the north? Yes, we are. There's nothing going on there, but a very beautiful starlit sky. guys doing? Are you comfortable? Let me know if you start getting a cold or if it's too warm. I can turn on the AC. The AC is pretty useless most of the time here in Iceland. And the heaters are running, so I can pump them up if it's cold. Just let me know. Side of the lake right now. We're gonna turn to the right and drive south.
There's a lot on that roadside. On that side.
Is there a lot of what? A lot of snow?
Oh no, it's just like a lot of roads and names on it.
Yeah, a lot of, yeah. The road names in Iceland, it's a fun game. A lot of very long names. So that we make our words or our naming of places. We usually puzzle together like a few different words. Like Þingvallavatn, which is the name of the lake here. That would be Parliament Field Lake. Translated to English directly. We also have kind of different naming traditions than what you're probably used to, no matter where you're from. Unless you're from a small village in India, they have the same naming tradition as we do for our last names, but we don't have any family names in Iceland. And instead of that, we have what's called patronymy, and that's our last name is usually our father's first name, or the son of, or the daughter of. So my father's first name was Kristján, and that's why my last name is Kristján, son of Kristján. And I have two little boys, two sons, Birnir and Kolbeinsson, so son of Kobi, Kobi's son, Kolbein's son, and Logi Víkingur Kolbeinsson. My wife's last name is Oddsdóttir, daughter of Oddur. So it's nobody shares the same last name except my boys. They have the same last name in our family. So Yeah, a little bit different, I guess. Halló, sælir. Ég er bara að keyra hérna með frá vatninu á leiðinni suður. Ég er bara að keyra með frá vatninu. Hvað segirðu? Ha? Já, við bara að keyra rólega sko, við erum ekki að flýta okkur sko, þannig að bara Nei, yndislegur himinn. Já, við þökkum fyrir það, það er fallegt þar. Já, ertu ekki bara að mæta, þú veist, ef þú kemst, eða ertu ekki að fara að gera eitthvað annað? Klukkan 7 kvöldið. Hvað segirðu? Já, hann mætir þessi gaur hana, vinnu þinn, eða ekki? Já, flott. Já, bara geggjað. Við viljum fá svona öflugara.